Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. This is the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on July 11th, 2023. We are pouring libations for Billy Eckstine, watching a rare interview where he talked about the life of a black musician during the 1930s and 40s, and checking out a performance by Bashea and the Kuumba Kids at Watermelon Day in 2019. Make sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Go to the video details for links to anything discussed in the show. Let's get started.
1 2 1 2 3 4. Welcome everyone to the morning announcements. I'ma say my name so you can pronounce it. Bomani Armah. Shout out to early risers, I see who you are. My morning ritual, thanks for having me over. Start with audio visual dose of Sankofa. My favorite occasions a few moons away. I'm counting rotations to Watermelon Day. If you're with me this morning, I hope that you're with it. 2 things that I want and 3 ways to get it. Black solidarity, African independence. Honor the ancestors, prepare descendants. 3rd thing you gotta do is love right now. I mean that in every sense and every way you know how. Now throw them up and say what should increase on 1 2 3. Peace.
All right, let's do the mic.
Check 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Welcome to the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on Tuesday, July 11th, 2023. I am Bomani Armah, and we are 24 days away from Watermelon Day at Sankofa. We are here to honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Make sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Shout out to my partners broadcasting the morning announcements, including Bloom Bars, Story Tapestries, and Sankofa Video and Books. Go to the link in the description to find out more. Let's start off with our libation. Today's libation is for William Clarence Eckstine, Billy Eckstine. July 8th, 1914 to March 8th, 1993, an American jazz and pop singer and band leader during the swing and bebop eras. He was noted for his rich, almost operatic bass baritone voice. In 2019, Eckstine was posthumously awarded the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award for performance during the lifetime, have made creative contributions of outstanding artistic significance to the field of recording. His recording of I Apologize was given the Grammy Hall of Fame Award in 1999. The New York Times described him as an influential band leader whose suave bass baritone and full-throated sugary approach to popular songs inspired singers like Earl Coleman, Johnny Hartman, Joe Williams, Arthur Prysock, and Lou Rawls. Here is our quote from Billy Eckstine. If you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, you must go to college. But if you want to be a musician or such, study your craft. Study music. Billy Eckstine. Let me read that quote again. If you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, you must go to college. But if you want to be a musician or such, study your craft. Study music. Billy Eckstine. The consummate professional who got his degree in the musical school of hard knocks. Every note was pondered over, every chord was studied, every swing of the rhythm was meticulously concentrated on. Eckstine treated his big bebop band as a jazz conservatory. In 1944, Eckstine formed his own band, which featured people like Gillespie, Parker, Miles Davis, Fats Navarro, Gene Ammons, Dexter Gordon, Ted Amaron, Art Blakey, and many others. When you look him up personally, he's known most for his singing voice, but the work that he did with young musicians, exposing them. Miles Davis's first big opportunity was playing with Charlie Parker in Eckstine's band when he came to St. Louis. There's a whole bunch of stories you can tell of him being the consummate professional and turning other jazz musicians into consummate professionals. I really appreciate that, and I'm enjoying the more I've been learning about him after researching about him. Now, I want to pour our libation for one Mr. Billy Eckstine. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. For the mothers and the father figures, your flame still flickers. We pouring out some liquor. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs. Honor you by pouring out some water. Friends, today's libation is for one Mr. Billy Eckstine. I got to make sure I'm saying his name right. Billy Eckstine. All right, I'll double research that. My bad, y'all. But definitely much props to him. I was blown away knowing all the musicians that he worked with. I am about to play. I thought about playing one of his ballads because he's really known for that. But I'm impressed with the band that he kept, the band that he put together. Playing behind them in this clip. You won't be able to see Fats Navarro, but you'll be able to see Art Blakey. And if you're a drummer or a jazz musician, nothing but respect for like this whole setup and who he's got playing behind him. Friends, this is Billy Eckstine and his orchestra performing Rhythm in a Riff.
I love the rhythm in a riff. When the music jumps like it lift, body, little, anything to make it swing. I love the muted trumpet tone, blended with a mellow saxophone. What a lot of kicks it brings. When that rhythm's in ya, the blues don't have a chance. Find that groove when ya, make you never think about romance. Jump, jump your rhythm with the riff. Any kind of music, it's a lift. Body, anything to make it swing. When that rhythm's in ya, the blues don't have a chance. Find that groove will win ya, make you never think about romance. Riffing is the thing for me.
That was Billy Eckstine and his band. Let me go ahead and get out of there. That was an amazing performance. I am happy to share that with you this morning to get you up, riffing and running. That was great. All right, friends. So I need to make sure I see y'all in a couple of days. We have Watermelon Day happening on August 5th, Saturday, August 5th, from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Come to Watermelon Day 2023, our annual celebration of summertime, watermelon, and everything red, black, and green. There's going to be family-friendly performances. There's going to be free watermelon. It's going to be at the largest collection of Black books you will find on the East Coast for children. Sankofa Video and Books Cafe. I want to see you there. If you want to plant a seed into Watermelon Day, definitely check out the Watermelon Day t-shirt. Go to notarapper.com or find the description in the link to find more information about that. I want to give y'all a little bit of the vibe that happens at Watermelon Day. Just about every year we have Bashea and the Kuumba kids come and perform. Yeah. I'm not even going to try to set this up much more, but this is the vibe that we conduct all the time. I love us being comfortable in our own skin. I think it's beautiful, the path this has led me on to be able to play Billy Eckstine and then go right into this. Black people at the Pan-African Embassy, aka Sankofa, having fun. This is Mama Bashea, not Mama Bashea, Bashea, and the Kuumba kids performing the Itsy Bitsy Spider. Here we go.
I was in your living room. You ain't seen me? And it was good. All right. So, I hear y'all want to sing my favorite song. I don't think anybody said that, did you want to sing Anansi's favorite song? What do you think Anansi the Spider's favorite song might be? That Itsy Bitsy Spider. So are y'all ready to do the Itsy Bitsy Spider Kuumba Kid style? Here we go. Just for you, Anansi. Because we wouldn't have stories. I'm not picking the nose. If it wasn't for you. Oh, that's a flying one. All right. Yes.
Sit here and eat watermelon. I know. Hey.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Well, let me hear you say, go spider, go, go. Go spider, go spider. Let me hear you say, go spider, go spider, go. Go spider, go spider. Let me hear you say, go spider, go spider, go. Go spider, go spider. Let me hear you say, go spider, go spider, go. Go spider. Here we go. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider. All right, let me hear you say, go spider, go spider, go. Let me hear you say, go spider, go spider, go. Let me hear you say, go spider, go spider, go. Let me hear you say, go spider, go spider, go. All right, Anansi. Why by everybody, I'm Anansi the spider. I am very friendly, don't worry, I won't bite. I can climb the water spout, no matter what the weather. Ask me why? Because I'm very clever. Go spider, go spider, go. Let me hear you say, go spider, go spider, go. Let me hear you say, go spider, go spider, go. I said, go spider, go spider, go. Wave your hands in the air and say, go Anansi, 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 go Anansi. I said, go spider, go spider, go. Go spider, go spider, go. I said, go spider, lean it back some more. And back. I said, go spider, go spider, go. I said, go spider, lean it back some more.
Let's all take a break.
You all have been incredible. Give yourselves a hand. Yes, thank you all so much. And as always, I think we've been going strong for 5 years.
Yeah.
So we've always been excited since my little ones were little, coming to Watermelon Day. Again, my name is Ia. We are the Kuumba Kids. We do have CDs available on Amazon.com, iTunes, wherever you can find music online. We also have educational videos on YouTube and children educational materials. So again, happy Watermelon Day, and we hope to see you again.
Yeah, that's Bashea and the Kuumba Kids. I'm sorry, that takes me to my favorite day, so I get excited. Definitely come check out Watermelon Day 2023. I'm going to be excited to see you there. Let me make sure I'm not saving that video wrong because I'm excited about that. All right, now friends, I've been talking about Watermelon Day. I've also been talking about Billy Eckstine. He was our libation for today. When I was doing a little bit of research, I'm always trying to find video where I get the people that I'm pouring libation for to get interviews, to get video of them talking so we can hear from them directly. And also there's stuff that happens in his Wikipedia biography, they talk about an issue of Life magazine in 1950 where he took a photo with a white woman hugging him with her head on her chest, and like that basically being the end of his pop music career, or at least the ascent of it, because it was 1950 United States of America. He doesn't get into that particular incident, but the interview with Dick Cavett I'm about to show you is him talking about what it was like being a black musician during that black and white movie time period. And it's just an interesting conversation. I want to just let the elders speak, the ancestors speak. So friends, this is Billy Eckstine.
Always to welcome Mr. Billy Eckstine. Have a seat. Oh, no, might as well sit there. Might as well sit there. We've never seen your right side
All right.
on the show before. Last time we
Wrong
said...
side.
Oh, it is? That's not your best side?
No, that's all right. Either side's a bad thing.
Okay. How are you?
Fine. Good.
You walk like a golfer.
I am
I
sometimes.
know, you've talked about that. Let me ask you about something completely other than golfing, for a change.
All right.
When Shirley Temple Black was here, she talked about the great... Who's the great dancer? She did that.
Bill Bojangles Robinson, I
Bill
guess.
Robinson, yes. Yeah. And she talked about the time she was so shocked when she went to a place and he was staying in the stables or something at a fancy hotel in Vegas. And she said, why aren't you staying in the rooms like everybody else? Did that ever happen to you?
Well, no,
that kind
it
of
didn't.
thing?
That happened all the time back in the, well, up until about, I guess about 1957 or close to 60.
Yeah.
The black artists who were the headliners in Las Vegas, they lived over on the west side in a little, what we used to call the Dust Bowl over there. They never were admitted in the hotel. And when I first played one of the hotels in 1950 in Las Vegas, I had written in the contract as a writer to be treated as a guest of the hotel and also to admit everybody. And so they went about it in pretty little cute ways. They would serve me, but my food was cold. And little things like that. And Hazel Scott once was working in the Flamingo Hotel. This is way back. Or was it the Desert Inn? One of the two, I forget now. And she dove in the pool and they drained it.
While she was in there?
Yeah.
No kidding. They let the order.
Oh, yeah. It was very bad back in those days, a lot of things like that. But there was a lot of people who, you had the fortitude and the understanding of knowing that this is your life and you wanted to be a man and you wanted to be treated as such, so you didn't sell yourself or anything like that. There's no price on manhood.
But how did you know how much you were risking in a thing like that? You know, I guess you had to calculate that.
Well, you mean monetarily?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it didn't mean anything. I don't think you could look at it. Well, of course you've missed a lot of jobs. I mean, I missed a lot of jobs because they said, they used to give you the cliche. They said, well, I wondered, will he draw colored people? You know. Mm-hmm. And I always thought that the idea was to draw people who were going to spend money, regardless of what they were. And the other thing was, what's the use of having me there if they don't admit? You know, it was pretty ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't work places like that.
And you were one of the early, having it in your contract that you could stay in a place that you performed.
Yeah, but I will say this, I didn't, it wasn't in a case of thinking of any type of movement or anything. We did it more or less, and there were plenty just like myself. Don't think for a minute I was a martyr, because it wasn't. There were plenty just like myself who refused to play places such as that, where they would, where you were all right to make money for them, but you could have no accommodations whatsoever. I think Cab Calloway once worked the one of the hotels out there. They had him dressing in a trailer, and sounds pretty ridiculous now, but those are the way things were at that time. You'd have to go all the way across in Las Vegas, clean over to the west side, and there was a clean little motel there, a little guest house called Harrison's Guest House, but that's the only place you could stay.
And that isn't so long.
Oh, no.
Do black people get bugged? I think this is one of the most ironic things, that a man named Paul Whiteman was known as the king of jazz. Paul Whiteman was a white man, and jazz is supposed
Benny
to be...
Goodman was the king of swing. It's pretty funny when you stop and think of Paul Whiteman being tabbed as the king of jazz, and his theme song was Rhapsody in Blue, a big symphonic arrangement.
That old jazz favorite?
Well, I'll give you better than that. Al Jolson, the jazz singer. You know, probably the corniest guy that ever lived.
It's such a relief to hear somebody say that.
Oh, he was horrible.
Everybody comes out and says, the wonderful Jolie, and it's so nice.
He was horrible.
I've always wanted to hear that. You know that people probably get on their knees when Jolson is mentioned.
Why, of course, but
I've often heard that he was a swine, and but just privately, nobody ever says it in public.
Well, I tell you, I don't think that you could find any musician or any person connected with jazz that had an Al Jolson record.
All right,
We
friends.
found one.
All right, friends. I don't want to play the entire interview. I feel like him throwing dirt at Al Jolson's memory is a good place to stop because I enjoyed that thoroughly. If you know anything about the history of a lot of people he was talking about, it was amazing to hear him talk about it because he was in the middle of this as it was happening. But I also just wanted to make sure we reflect on how far we've come and how much work brothers like that put into making sure African-American artists have whatever leeway we have now and that we're still working to get more. But you know, we're honoring the ancestors, preparing the descendants, and loving right now. Friends, I only have one more thing left to do, and that is to play the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson. Here we go. Friends, that was Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson. That is our program for today. Thank you very much. There are 3 things that I need you to do today. Honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Friends, at the count of 3, I need everyone to say peace, throw up the deuces, and I'll see you tomorrow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Peace. See y'all soon.
Hold it now, melon is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. It's the watermelon man, reppin' red, black, and green. The county of PG sends you greetings from